Carmen, and I'd like to address your first point of saying that we will sell it to an individual. As the generals and Roberto have already said that it will not be sold to an individual. We have, as ownership, we have the right, and it is our responsibility to decide who we sell it to, and we will make sure, under strict control, as the generals have pointed out, that it will not go into the wrong hands. Furthermore, you talk about the indigenous communities. I'd like to talk on behalf of the indigenous communities who I have studied and lived with, and I'd like to point out that our roots trace back to these very same indigenous communities who have inhabited and cared for Brazil before the European colonists arrived in the 1500s, and therefore it is our responsibility that we take care in our dealings with the global village and keep in mind the very people who built Brazil. There are about 240 tribes in Brazil. That is 900,000 people, and that makes 0.4% of the Brazilian population. The government has reserved 13% of its land to the indigenous population, 98.5% of which lies in the Amazon rainforest. If ownership of the Amazon rainforest was given to the world, then the Brazilian Indians would have their homes snatched away from them, and they would rapidly become extinct, as history has taught us. Without these tribes, there would be no Brazil. Most of these tribes, such as the Ticuna, who are the largest Amazon tribe, who number 40,000 people. This used to be, in the 1500s, 2 million people, but they rapidly became extinct after European colonists arrived, and we would only see a replay of this if it was given to the world. The Awa, who are 450 people now, who have also been victims of many, who have been exploited and abused for many years, and now the Akansu, only whom 5 people remain. They live entirely off the forests, savannas and rivers by a mixture of hunting, gathering and fishing. They grow plants for food and medicine and use them to build houses and everyday objects. They grow staple crops such as pineapples, sweet potato, corn, bananas, many other fruits in their gardens. Animals such as peccaries, tapir and monkeys, birds like the curassow, are hunted for meat. Everything they do revolves around the Amazon rainforest, which they have ownership because of the Brazilian government, a right they would not have if it was given to the world. They know the Amazon better than any of us will ever know. They have unrivaled knowledge of its plants and animals, something that plays a crucial role in the conservation of biodiversity. As Davy Kopinawa Yanomami of the Awa tribe has said, "You have schools, we don't, but we know how to look after the forest." According to many scientific studies, the indigenous lands are currently the most important barrier to Amazon deforestation. For example, in some states, such as the Maranhão, the last remaining tracts of forests are found only in the indigenous territories, of which are protected by the Awa, and these are under huge pressure from outsiders. Their role in conserving the Cerrado and the Amazon is vital. If ownership were given to the world, we would only see a fatal replay of history, where within a century 90% or 11 million Indians were wiped out. These people are not only vital to the maintenance of the Amazon, but also to the success of Brazil. Without them, we would never be able to flourish as a nation.